Good morning and welcome back in WKNI TV 25. Folks, you're looking at this right now on TV, okay? And this just is one great introduction to the man sitting to my left, Don Dupree, the owner of the Strikers Bowling Lanes, which is formerly Bowling.
Correct.
And you're out of
Fort Walton Beach.
Fort Walton Beach, but you live here now.
Correct.
Okay, but I got to share this with the viewers. This was, now if you notice, folks, there's a guy down there
Sitting in a chair.
sitting in a chair,
Flying eagle.
and he picked up the spare just like that. See?
There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
That was actually only 3 tries to actually pull that shot off.
And you didn't hit the guy on the chair
I hit him the first 2 times.
the first 2 times.
Yeah, we had to change out 2 guys. No, I'm kidding.
So tell us, does that happen often?
What's that? Hit the chair?
No, bowling with chairs on the alley.
Just with me. And
I'm telling you.
some of the pros out there, you see them do it. So.
Oh,
not too
that's
bad.
what it was. That ball, how many pounds was that ball? It looked like it was a 5-pounder.
That was a house pound. That was that was a 14-pound house ball.
Last night after bowling.
14-pound house ball.
14-pound house ball. And
In my street shoes.
In your. Okay, remember I told you it's number 1.
In my own mind. That's right.
But tell us a little about your history, seriously. And you know, we know that I met your mom and dad.
Right.
What was it, about a week or so ago?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful
Thank
folks. Bowling all the way back to that lineage as well.
Correct. All the way back to 64.
Wow.
And I've been in the business for 30 some odd years. Let's hold it there.
He's still a baby, folks. But anyhow, you actually went on the professional tour.
95, I got my PBA card. I won my first title before that. So I won it as an amateur. It didn't count. And then I proceeded to win 4 more after that time period.
So you know a little bit about bowling.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit. And it's a good living if you can stay up there. Tell us how hard it is to stay up in that money-making tier.
Well, you got to figure you got some of the best bowlers in the world up there. And you're looking at 100 guys going out there competing every week. And it's tough. I mean, Walter Ray Williams, Pete Weber, Jason Couch, Tommy Jones, Patrick Allen, Bob Belmonte. There's some great
Eddie
bowlers
Lewis.
that's come all the way through that. So it's a good shot. Eddie, oh, yes. I can definitely tell you this guy's got future. He's got plans right now.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the senior tour next week.
The real senior tour. What kind of average do you have to maintain to be out there?
200 average to stay on tour or to get your membership card. But my theory is if you can't average 230 to 240 in your own house, don't even go out there.
That bad?
Yes, so you have to be that good. They're that good out there.
Well, I mean, that bad as far as for me, it would be mission impossible.
No, next week.
You think I got it in me?
Oh, we can get you to stop sliding and stepping.
I look like a duck going up there, folks.
No, chicken. It's National Chicken Day. That's right.
That's right. I look like the dancing chicken last night going up there. Not many people were too mean and didn't, bust out laughing when I went up there.
No, they couldn't laugh at you.
But I want to stay on the bowling end of it because just for a second, we'll talk about this house over here because you have done wonders with this house over the short amount of time that you've had. By the way, if you wonder why I call it a house, that's what they call a bowling alley is a house.
Bowling center.
Bowling center, but we call it a house.
Right.
Okay, and it's not a house, but it's a house because that's where you go. You'll explain that. Why is it called a house?
Because we're family. Everybody comes in there, we're family. That's how it works.
I had to bail on that one because I had no idea what I was going with it. But if there's somebody out there that really wants to get into it, I know you're going to say it's practice, but it's going to take some natural skill as well, right? I mean, not just anybody can get up there and do that.
True. But anybody can get up there and bowl. Now, what level you take it to is going to come.
I'm talking about professional level. I'm not talking about going up here like we do on Monday Night League.
No, I mean with the right leadership, right coaching, stuff of that nature, probably anybody could do it.
Really?
If you set your heart to it and you put in the time, I think anybody can possibly do it. You don't sit the bench in bowling. That's one thing about it, regardless if you're old or young or whatever. It's not a team sport. It's an individual sport.
Well, I was fixing to go there, and now there are leagues and there are teams, but each individual score is what makes
the team score.
the
Correct.
team score.
Right.
And then the league is done by individual as well as team
Right.
at the end of the season.
Correct.
And just give people an idea that the technology that we talked about, because I was out of bowling for over 20-some years, and I came back when you came over here, and I threw a couple of balls, and I said, wow, I said, I got to get back into this, and been out there bowling, steadily, and bowled very poorly last night. I'll admit that.
Anyway, you went from house ball to urethane ball to
Right.
reactive resin ball, so you've been through every stage of bowling so far
Really?
in a matter of 2 weeks.
I've been through many stages of life as well, folks. I think this is called the senior stage I'm in now.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, I know. But you got a lot going on out there. We want to talk about some of those things that are there. But cost effective, okay? I mean, some sports you get into or some things for family or whatever. Well, let's back up, because I want to let folks see the difference between this and golf, this and fishing,
Right.
this and other sports that are out there that are great to go to and great to do, but it's more of a true individual thing. But bowling spreads out to the whole family.
Exactly.
You can go out and have your wife out there with you.
Exactly.
There was a family down on Lane 1 last night.
Right.
It was, I even drew tears in my eyes,
Yep.
okay? They had a little girl, she was like
2 years old. 3 years. Yeah.
3 years old. And every time you got those special things that roll up, the rails,
Bumpers, right.
bumpers, and she can just push the ball down and it won't go in the gutter.
Correct.
So it doesn't discourage a child
Exactly.
for bowling. Not like me, I had many, many gutter balls in my day. And she pushes the ball down, and whether it took down 1, 2, or none, they celebrated with that
Exactly.
child. And I was like, really? Now that's good family, wholesome fun. And some great parents, by the way, if you're listening. It's moving to see that kind, and you hear it out there at the bowling alley. You see the families out there. You see friends. You see there's a group of guys. I've seen them the second time over there now. That came out. They get off work,
Right.
and they come over there. You know who I'm talking
Right.
about. And they relax and bowl, and they don't care if they're striking or not. They're having fun together.
Right.
So the difference between bowling and golf and these other things.
Basically, it's cheaper. A little bit on the inside, it's cooler. It's more family oriented.
Raining.
It's more family oriented. All right, you can have a good time regardless of who you are, what you do.
All right.
It's a blast. I mean, you're talking about inexpensive stuff. For instance, Wednesday night we have $5 Quarter
We're gonna get
Mania.
to all that.
Right.
Yeah. Hold on just a second.
I was
I'm
flying
trying to
ahead of
build-
you.
I know. I'm trying to build up to it because we got a time criteria thing that we got to meet with you.
I thought I was done at 8:20.
You are. That's why we're saying goodbye. Push my button, baby. No, but the thing I want to get to is the cost. Okay, you can get into this for just the cost of the game.
Correct. Cost of game, cost of shoes.
Okay.
You play golf, it's going to be, I've only played one time around here, $20 to $40 per person
Per game.
per game. All right. Bowling, it's $2.50 during the daytime, $3 during the night and on the weekends.
And $2 for shoes.
$2
if
for
you don't
shoes.
have your own shoes. All right. Now let's say I want to buy a bowling ball.
Correct.
Okay.
Range from $69 to $210, depending on your skill level. All right. Golf, you're looking at
Mine's a $10 ball.
$700 for a set of clubs, or you can go to Walmart and buy a pair for $250, $260. So cheaper on the equipment side too.
And can your little girl come up there and swing a golf club?
Yes, mine can.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you're
You
not
asked me my
following
little
very
girl.
Well, I mean, it's not.
It's tougher.
It's
Yes.
not a family-oriented
Right,
game.
right.
Okay, I'm trying.
They don't have bumpers for golf.
Right. They swing and usually hit you in the knee or
Right.
something like that. Or
You ain't got to get worried about being hooked by your daughter when you're in a boat.
yeah. Well, I've had that. When you meet my son, ask him where he got a treble hook stuck one time.
Nice.
Oh, it was not.
It was not.
It was not. And Daddy had to take it out. And it was, oh, I grimace with pain as I even think about it. But we'll let him tell that story, won't we, Teresa? Cheek to cheek, baby.
Nice.
And, oh.
I don't even want to think about that.
I know. So, bottom line, what I'm trying to do, Don, is let folks know that there's a place here in Andalusia, Alabama.
Correct.
Okay. We're going to talk about your hours. We're going to talk about all the nice things that you have out there. New events and things, stability.
Right.
All right. Some of the things that hadn't been there in a while.
Right.
And very proactive maintenance and taking care of the alleys as well, because it's important.
Most definitely. It's definitely important to keep the alleys up.
Right. So when we come back from a commercial break, we're going to talk more about the bowling alley now. But right now, it's a folks out there know that
it's a family place from a family place of
and
business.
it's clean.
Right.
Okay.
And we're family owned.
Right. And it's family owned. And your mom and dad will come out there, and I know your dad will spank your tail, buddy, if you mess up.
No, he'll take me in the back office, a few choice words, and then
mommy will come out and
she'll come in and defend me, and I'll be good to go.
See, I knew that. You were mama's baby. I knew it. Oh, and it's also, when you say family, you've got a brother.
Brother and sister. All three of us own it. Mom and Dad have pretty much retired. So
now the one in Fort Walton.
All three of us. Me, my brother, and my sister.
And what's the name of that one?
Fort Walton Beach Bowl.
Fort Walton Beach Bowl. A lot of people around here have been there.
Yes, most definitely.
You've noticed that since you've been
here.
here.
Yeah. I knew quite a few people when I came up here.
Well, Jackie Neer, our buddy that's on over at Paul's Used Cars every week, she was Jackie Odom, and her whole family knows you.
All right.
She used to bowl down there all the time.
Good deal.
But anyhow, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and Don, you got a job to do while you're sitting there.
What's that?
Did you hear Teresa what she said when we went to commercial break?
Oh, yeah. God bless.
No.
No? Which one?
Keep it.
Keep it real. Oh, yeah. Keep it real.
Keep God in it. God bless you. That's mine.
Okay.
We love y'all. We'll be back with Don Dupree, the #1 bowler in the United States.
Okay.
At least last night he thought he would. Good morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. We have the pleasure of sitting down. He's playing it down, folks, but I just searched his name on the internet, and I came up with Fort Walton Beach Bowler strikes it rich in regional. This is July 31st out of the St. Petersburg Times, 2001. Spring Hills witnessed the first new winner of the Professional Bowlers Association South Open Regional in 3 years Sunday, as Don Dupree of Fort Walton Beach topped 124 competitors and earned $2.5 million.
They kept some somewhere. It's more like 2,500.
Oh, is that it? Okay, I didn't see the dot there. Okay.
I was trying to figure out if my wife got the check or not.
You beat Tommy Jones of Greenville, South Carolina. That was a big name.
Great player.
Yeah, and big name back then.
Yeah, still a big name.
Yeah. Is he still?
Yeah.
Was he a youngin' then?
Oh, he's real young, probably 20.
Wow.
19, 20, 21.
Now, I got to ask you, people get confused. They get in there and they get a house ball, and they see the guys come in there like you, and they bowl, and they got this ball that goes like this. And there's all these hooks and turns and all that. Does it matter? Why does a ball hook?
Oh, your main reason for the ball hooking is the way you set the lanes up. Well, you want it to hook for more drive power, right? A little stronger, angle entry into the pocket, more strike power, and so on down the line. If you look at a real strike, the ball hits the 1, it hits the 3, hits the 5, and hits the 8. That's the only 4 pins a ball hits for a natural strike, okay? The 1 goes into the 2, goes into the 4, goes into the 7. The ball hits the 3, knocks the 3 into the 6 and into the 10. Ball hits the 5, takes the 8 out, and then the ball takes the 9 out. So the stronger that ball drives into that pocket with the more force, not speed, but more force, which is angle entry and hook power, that's the reason you have a higher potential of striking.
I have seen strikes that are beautiful, and it just looks like the ball hits and all the pins just go straight back in. Right. And that's a natural strike.
When that ball splits that 8-9, and everything goes straight back.
Now, I've seen them also, like last night with you. You know, you hit one pin and then they go, doot, 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 and that's called dominoes.
That's
another game.
That's called power, baby.
Power, baby. Okay. Next time I see you on the lanes, I'm going to go, power, baby. There you go. But no, so that's the reason for the hook.
True.
All right.
Your greatest thing about the hook is a lot of people come out there and see some of the top bowlers bowling that are in the area. They're throwing this big hook, right? But they don't realize that they have fingers and a thumb in the ball. So immediately to get the house balls to hook, you have to pull your thumb out of it, and you have to do it all wrong, all right, and just over-rotate the ball to try to get that house ball to hook. For the general purpose, a house ball is a urethane, which is more durable, all right, because they're going to take more of a beating. They're going to hit racks. They're going to hit gutters, bounce out of gutters, you know, and so on down. And your higher technology balls are made out of reactive resin, right, which creates more friction when it hits the dry, okay? So by creating that friction, it creates more of a pull.
So when you say the dry, the lanes are done in a
manner. If it goes 40 feet down the lane,
and then
it's heavier in the center, and sort of tapers out to the corners or to the outside boards. Okay.
Right.
Which creates a drier outside, a heavier middle, which allows a little bit of room for the mess up on our behalf, you know, so that you can.
Now, when it gets down closer to the pins, it's dry.
It's dry. The back,
and that's
20
where
feet.
It hooks.
Correct.
Okay, and you see a lot of folks go out to the outside, and then it comes in and hooks across when it's like 2/3 of the way down the lane, and that's where, what was it, Toby? We'll talk about him too. Great guy.
Really good guy.
Yeah, and great teacher.
Yes.
Great teacher. Yes. I'm very impatient when it comes to learning. And he has a way with explaining to you and then stepping back.
Right.
You know, and anyway, we'll talk about Toby in a minute. But anyway, getting that, he said it was a natural break or something in the ball itself. There's a natural break in the ball without any action on your behalf.
To a form, right? If you throw a ball straight, you come up directly behind it, you're going to roll over your fingers and thumb.
And you hear the boom, 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 boom.
Right. Now, if you offset that ball slightly to the left, right, that ball's going to have a tendency to want to go that way, right? If you take a gyro with today's equipment, if you take a gyro and you spin a gyro is going to try to get back to zero. So you angle it up, you spin it, and then it's going to work its way back to zero. Same thing with bowling equipment's core designs. The core designs are based off that gyro. You spin it a certain way, and then it rolls back to zero, right? And so what you do with the art of drilling a bowling ball, which comes into my game, art of drilling a bowling ball is to lay it out to where it satisfies the bowler the best. Now, if I drill me a bowling ball and me and you throw the same bowling ball, laid out identical the same, right? I'm going to hook it 15 to 20 boards. You're still going to hook it your 5 to 10 boards, right? For the general fact, that's how your game plays compared to the way my game is played, right? So it's all ways can be helped to create more hook, but it's still based on the hand that the ball's laid in.
And I was going to ask you that, and I don't want to get into a teaching lesson here because we want to talk about your bowling lanes more. But I want folks to know that we're dealing with somebody that actually knows what's happening.
Yeah,
okay,
just a little bit.
And that's important.
Yes,
because,
most definitely.
You know, it's not just a business and a living for you. It was actually your way of life.
Oh yes, most definitely.
And your whole family's way of life. And so we just didn't gain a new owner to the bowling alley. We gained somebody that has an interest in the game itself.
Correct.
And an interest in family entertainment as well, because it's family owned.
Exactly.
And some great things. Tell us a little bit about, we're going to go into the specials and things that y'all have. Folks, I'm telling you, if you can't afford to bowl at Striker Bowling, what's Striker?
We call it Strikers Bowling Center. It's Strikers Entertainment, but Strikers Bowling Center.
Okay. Whatever he's calling it. It's the bowling alley that we've known for years on the West Bypass. I mean, you can.
Right.
I mean, you can afford to go. $2 and a couple of bucks a game.
Right.
If you go on www.wkni.net,
free game passes.
You get a free game pass, and we'll show that to the folks here. It's real easy to get to. Oh, I got to do that. How do you like that? That looks pretty good.
I do. I like it sharp.
Yeah, that came out good. I worked really hard on that graphic right there.
That was you?
That was me. What?
Nothing.
Yeah, and now we're loading the page.
Figure you had a web design.
No, I don't know. But right there, among the other ones, in fact, you're second down, one free game of bowling per day, any Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday at Strikers Bowling at 206 West Bypass, Andalusia. Limit 1 per person, not for league play.
Correct.
Yeah, because that's a whole different animal.
Whole different animal.
But valid through May this month. And you get on there, and you got $2 in shoes, and you got a free game.
Exactly.
So for $2, you can go entertain yourself. And you can clip, if you got 5 people in your family, okay, clip 5 of them out.
That's
Give
right.
1 to each one, and go over there, and everybody has a great time.
For $2 for their shoes.
For $2 for their shoes.
Right.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat it at all.
Can't beat it. All right, now, we're going to get into what you got over there and where you're going with it.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of the league players that used to bowl there back in the day, okay, kind of weaned off and gone elsewhere. What are you doing to make a difference to bring them back?
Well, first of all, I believe one of the main reasons they left was because of AC problems. We've got the ACs back up and running. You can tell it was pretty warm last night outside, and it was nice and cool.
My wife said she needed a sweater last night.
That's the way it should be for spectators. We've got the lane conditions where they're oiled every day. So regardless of when you come out, you're bowling on old lanes. Rick oils them in the morning, which is my head mechanic, pretty much my second-hand man.
Very nice young man.
Very nice young man. And it's his birthday today. That's right, yeah.
Do you know what you just did?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what happens here when it's somebody's birthday?
What?
Stop right there, keep your frame in mind. This is for you, Rick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rick, at Strikers Bowling Center. Happy birthday to you, and many more. See?
That's beautiful. Outstanding.
See, you can tell them I
You sing professionally?
Professionally not. People profess that I don't sing. But, no, going back to it, Rick, by the way, is outstanding. He's on my team. And
how'd you pull that one off?
I don't know.
Man,
I don't know.
nice.
It was, I see how you stacked your team, but we'll talk about that later. But,
yeah, okay.
all right, so you got all this going on to bring people into the... Now, it's high maintenance. It's not something that's just, oil's not cheap anymore. The machinery's not cheap.
No, most definitely not.
And you got to have knowledgeable people doing it. Otherwise, you end up with, I call them greasy lanes or dry lanes, and neither one are good.
No, neither one. Greasy, you're creating too much slide. You're going to create ball returns in the back. Dry, you're creating way too much hook. You can't even play on some of them. I mean, it gets tough. They were rolling 1 time a week when I first come here. We're rolling 7 days a week. Trying to get it out, especially for league bowlers and stuff of that nature, when they have to make up or something of that nature, they can come out. Or if they want to come out and practice, that's even better because they can come out and practice on conditions that they're going to be bowling on during the night. So
and it's consistent.
Consistent from day to day.
I want to get the word consistent out because that's huge when you're trying to improve something that you're trying to do.
Exactly.
You get out there and it's the same way every time, so that way it is your consistency that makes the difference, not the consistency of the maintenance of the alleys.
Right. And we got a number.
I'm talking about.
Exactly. We got a number of things going on. We're going to get rid of change the color of the inside.
Yeah. What do you call it? Barney purple.
Barney purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting rid of the Barney purple. The color scheme has not come into play yet. I've got other more important things to take care of prior to that, but that will happen over the summer. Little changes on the interior as far as putting in a sports bar, should you say, with a couple TVs for sporting events and stuff of that nature.
Well, you're going to expand that area.
Expand that area.
And you've got pool tables.
Correct. We have pool tables. We have video games. We have an internet jukebox for your favorite songs.
Now that's cool.
Right.
I don't want to go into a lot of detail on that, but I've never seen one or heard one until there.
I've seen of them, but back home my brother plays all the music.
Ah.
So it's pretty,
I saw karaoke and stuff on your other page.
Oh yeah, we have karaoke at the place back.
Are you going to have it here?
We'll see. We'll give
I'm
it
the
time.
karaoke king. You know that.
I heard you're #1 in the world in karaoke.
That's right. I am.
I just heard you sing Happy Birthday, so that's a
Yep.
definite fact.
And then I
but
can
that's
sing
something
New
we're
York,
looking.
New York. Yeah.
Outstanding. What about Broadway?
Yeah, can do that too.
Okay. But there's a number of things going on, so we're good to go. I mean, Wednesday nights we have the talking about specials and stuff of that. $5 per person cover charge, 25 cents for every game, 25 cent shoes, 25 cent hot dogs, 25 cent bags of chips, and 25 cent sodas. If you're looking at normal price, you come out, you pay $5 for one game and a shoe. So it's cheaper if you're only going to bowl one game to pay by the regular price. But if you're going to bowl two games, now you're looking at getting into the game for $5.50 instead of paying $8. So once again, another way to save. This summer, it's in the works. We're doing a kids bowl free this summer.
Wow.
It's going to be a kids club. It's going to be a small fee for the kids to join. And then they'll get 2 free games all summer long for a certain time period.
How does that work for the kids? I'm big on doing things for the kids because all you hear around this area is there's nothing for the kids to do.
Right. What that'll do is that'll give them, say, we'll give them a 2-hour time period between 3 and 5 every day. So between 3 and 5, they can get their grandmother to come up there, or their mom or their father, get them to come up, or granddad, bring them bowling. It costs them $2 for their shoes. Whatever the fee is going to be it $10, that will last for all summer long. So they pay the $10. All they have to do is they get 2 free games, which is a cost of $5. So all you have to do is come twice, right, to make it's paid for. All right. If you come 20 times to 60 times, we don't care. It's all about getting the kids in there and getting them bowling. Stuff
And
of that
what's the
nature.
age limits on that?
Up to 18, as long as they're in school. So I mean,
Really? Now, see, guys out there watching this, you don't have to hang on the square. You don't have to hang out in parking lots. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute.
Right.
Because you brought another adage to that, and I watched it in real person the past couple of weekends that I've been there. And but the children can get in there. Now people are going to say, you know what, you got a barn, you got a pool table in there, okay? We're going to talk about how you manage that, because it's not for the kids, okay? And you do maintain, leadership in that place.
Exactly.
I've watched it with my own eyes. And we'll talk about that as well when we come back. But we got to take a quick commercial break, so...
I forgot. Keep it real. I'm just playing.
Keep God in it, folks. We love you. God bless you. We'll be back with Don Dupree, the professional #1 bowler in Covington County.
There you go. That ain't even right either.
He challenges anybody to come beat him. Just come on. But bring it, he says. There you go. But we'll be back with more, and hopefully not cut off right after this.
Ready to go?
Ready. Good morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. We're here with professional bowler, owner, and just all-around nice fella.
Wow, you changed.
Yeah, I know. Boy, off the air, it's not that. Hey, you bum. Don Dupree, who brings with him a lot to this community. First, I know you hear it, from other people, but as another business person in the community, another resident of the community, I'd like to thank you for coming to our community and doing what you're doing.
It's my pleasure.
And I want to welcome you. I mean,
Thanks.
you've done a great job over there, folks. I tell it how it is. My reputation, says it all right there. If Eddie's going to say it, he's going to say it.
Exactly.
And I'm going to say it. Okay, hands down. You have tightened the reins on that bowling alley in the good, positive way to where people can enjoy themselves, come out and feel safe, okay? The parking lot, you don't tolerate hanging around.
No, not at all.
They have 2 choices, go or come inside.
One of the two.
And if they're inside, you can visually watch what they're doing the whole time, okay? If they're outside, they're
coming inside or they're leaving.
Exactly. And I saw this into play. I mean, you know how teenagers are.
Right.
They're going to get out and push the buttons and try to, push it as far as they can. Hang out, sit on the back of tailgates and stuff. Not in the parking lot.
Right.
Okay? Come on inside. You don't have to buy anything.
Right.
Just come on inside.
Exactly.
And the everything's regulated by age. Obviously, the bar, oh, he's got a bar. Yes, he does. But you obey the laws and you ban people.
Correct. If you're over 21, you've got a ban. If you're under 21, you don't have a band. If
And
you
if they're
don't have a
drinking
valid
beer
license,
without a band,
I'm approaching them.
right?
So,
And I saw that.
right.
I saw
Toby
that.
approaches people. He's one of our guys that helps out a lot on the weekends. And he's the one that really takes care of the parking lot.
He
We
done a
get
good
so
job
busy on
last
the
week.
inside, right? But Toby don't tolerate anything, and I told him zero tolerance. They inside or out. They don't listen to you. Come back, get me. I'll go out there and handle it. If we can't handle it, then we'll handle it a different way. So, but it's definitely under
You want
control.
people to come out and have fun.
I want people to have fun.
You want the kids out there.
Exactly.
Okay, you're saying, come on, kids, I'll take you, but you have to play by the rules.
Exactly.
Okay, and mom, dad, don't want you, to think that when you're going there with your family, that it's going to be wild and crazy. It's
Right.
not. I've seen, the past couple of weekends that I've been out there on Friday and Saturday, that Toby's doing his job. He's out there making sure, there's no bad things going on. If you're outside that door, you have to have a purpose.
Right.
Okay. And the smokers that go out got to be of age. You're not going to allow underage smoking out there. And you know what? Local law enforcement has been very cooperative with you.
Exactly. They've been very nice. I can't complain with them one lick. They come by, check on me regularly, which is really cool. All right. We're a non-smoking building, so that does create a slight headache on the outside, on the front side. But, to each their own, but just as long as it's not inside. So it creates a clean family environment inside the place also. So that's one of the main things.
And everything's separate. In other words, you're not going to walk in and be on the bowling alley and be sitting there looking at the bar.
No.
You're not going to be coming in the bowling alley and looking at the pool tables.
No.
I mean, you're going to be able to see them, but it's
Right.
not. That is not where your focus of business is. It's all 16 lanes of that alley.
Right. Well, as it sits right now, there is no bar. So,
Right.
we just have the pool tables and, of course, the party room.
Right.
In due time, if we do put a bar in, when we do, it will be completely closed off. Won't nobody be able to get in there unless you're over the age of 21. And it will be completely supervised. So, that's the main thing with it, is you've got to keep control over it. We've been in the business a long time. We know all the tricks.
I was going to ask you, y'all been around for a while doing this type of business.
We used to run a waiting list in Fort Walton until 2 o'clock in the morning with
Wow.
20 on the list and have 300 on the concourse. It gets crazy, but it happens. That's what business is all about, is to make it as most successful as you can. So,
Well, let's go ahead and talk about Toby for a second.
right,
All right. Great bowler.
great baller,
Great personality.
great friend.
He's,
Known him a long time.
he sat there yesterday and he says, you know what, Eddie? He says, Don and I don't even have to talk to each other. We automatically know,
Right.
what the other one's thinking and what we want. Okay, and that's a great relationship, and it
Right.
shows out there. Then I'm going to talk about your staff. You got Rick.
Rick,
Okay.
great guy. Takes care of everything. If I'm not there, he's on top of it.
Just
so.
a wonderful, nice guy. Very laid back. Okay, and he knows his stuff.
He knows his bowling equipment.
Sure
He knows
does.
his equipment.
And then you got Miss Bonnie.
Miss
who's
Bonnie.
been there for what?
Blue Coodles.
I think she was there when the first brick mortar was laid.
It might have been. 19 years to be exact is how long
Wow.
she's been there. She's been there a while. She's a great lady. She she's a little bit getting
She's
up there in
setting
age.
her ways.
Yeah, she's setting her ways.
Yeah, I'll say it for you.
And she's not mean. She's just
Setting
it's
her
the way
ways.
she comes across. She's a great lady.
Well,
By no
she don't
means.
put up with craziness.
She does not put up with crazy.
But I'll tell you this: you'll sit there and you go, that lady back there, all she does is take care of that snack bar and the shoes and stuff. She'll watch you bowl and she'll come up and say, "Hey, you're doing this." She knows about bowling.
And she'll walk to the back and fix a machine.
Will she? I haven't
Yes.
seen that yet.
No, she can fix a machine. That lady, she's outstanding.
She's a handful.
Professional player years ago.
Long time back.
You know.
I know Bonnie.
Oh, okay. Wonderful lady.
Yep.
And boy, can she cook a hamburger.
She can cook a hamburger.
Oh, I'll tell you. And by the way, I can say their hamburgers are like, over there.
That's fact.
They're
fact.
nothing better back in the day was a bowling alley hamburger, French fries, and a Coke, and you get greasy on your fingers and go bowling.
Exactly, and it falls off
It
behind
does,
you.
and you drop it on your toes
yeah,
and all that.
Customers run. And we got Mitchell,
Yeah.
another
yeah,
great
Mitchell.
guy. Really good. He's one of my night guys with me a lot. And you got Sean, another one of our cooks.
Sean is really a nice
Really
guy.
good guy.
Really good guy.
And then new to the staff, Tyler.
Have I met Tyler?
I think you have. Tyler,
Oh, yeah, the young
guy.
Yeah.
He's new to our staff. And then we got, of course, Toby's wife, Sherry. She
She's-
just joined in with us. Another great lady.
Dude, let me tell you something. Folks, you can eat off the floor in that kitchen.
Oh, yeah. She makes
You
sure.
can drink
he
your
gets
coffee.
Oh, yeah. That's
You're
fine.
out of coffee.
I'm not yet. I'm close.
But I went in there yesterday, and they were doing a what they call a, heavy cleaning.
Toby and Sherry was in there
Toby
knocking
and
it
Sherry.
down.
And that a couple hours went by, and I came back up there, and
They're still cleaning.
They're still in there. And finally, later on that evening, just before league, she comes out and says, "You want to see the kitchen?" And I'm not kidding you. You could eat off of, without a plate, anywhere in that kitchen.
Right.
Anywhere. Great job.
Yep,
Great
most
job.
definitely. Great job.
And all right, now we've got a few moments. Let's go ahead and talk about the summer league real quick.
Summer League.
It started last night,
Right.
men's league.
Men's League, still taking teams up for another 2 weeks.
Come on,
Right.
guys, it is fun. I laughed so hard last night.
It was fun.
This man was bowling a perfect game on the alley next to me.
Yeah, front nine.
Yep. And
Threw
for
a good
some reason on the last frame,
No, 10th frame, first pitch.
10th frame,
First
10th
pitch.
frame, first pitch out for the ball.
Below the rack, and the 6-pin slides from this side all the way over to this side. and
Knocks
hits the
10
ball.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And just sat right there.
my first. That's the first time ever. Most definitely first time ever for me.
He had a 300 game. Okay,
It's
up
close
to
in the
that
bag.
point.
That was
Yeah,
good
up
shot.
to that point. And then you know what he did last night? As he's explaining what happened, he goes, I got to get over that paranoia of somebody on the lane over. And he says, you know who that person was over there, don't you? Who was that person?
Who's that? You?
Yeah.
Yeah, he bluffed. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
I didn't. I got blamed for your missing the 300 game.
told you don't nothing mess up me except me.
Well,
That's
yeah.
a fact.
Oh, okay.
The only person can mess up me is myself.
But he missed it, and it blew his whole mind up after that. And then the laughter coming from the alley next to him of support. I was right in there, hanging in there for you,
Well,
baby.
you did say, man, don't shoot 300 first night of league.
Yeah, it
So-
scares people.
No.
You loaded up your team anyway.
How do you figure?
You got all the high scores on your team. Yeah,
Wait a
go ahead
minute.
and say one of them isn't a high score. Go ahead.
170 average?
It's high score. Look at me. I had 70.
You had 80.
That was the second game. Good golfing score.
Yeah, the object's not to knock down few pins. It's to knock down all the pins.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like I told, what was the lady, the secretary?
Ruth.
Ruth. Another
Another
fine-
great lady.
Another.
Surrounded by great people out there.
Yeah, you are. And you're
Yeah.
lucky because you've got the cream of the crop of this community in that bowling alley working with you.
Them people that have been bowling there for a long time. That's the diehards, not the ones that quit. They stayed and stuck through it. So we're trying to get everybody back. So it's a slow process, but hopefully by next year.
Next league?
Next fall league.
No.
It'll start
next,
in September.
Next,
Oh, next league coming?
yeah.
I'm working on a beginners league, as
No.
a matter of fact.
What starts this week?
Oh, the ladies league. Yeah, Tuesday night. The ladies league tonight. That's right.
Ladies.
Tonight. But I'm not going to be there, so I got to have somebody be sure to take care of it and run it for me. I'm pretty
we
sure
got plenty
somebody.
of competent staff.
Right.
But ladies league starts tonight, and then on Thursday,
We have the Thursday night mixed league.
that's right, Teresa and I will be on that as well.
That's a fun league.
Hey, folks, if you want to come out and have a good laugh and not even cost you anything but maybe a Coke, come out and watch me bowl.
It's not that.
I'll be your Huckleberry. You know who said that?
Yeah, that guy on the tombstone.
That's right.
That's right.
I'll be
Doc.
Doc Holliday.
Yes,
I'll be your Huckleberry.
that's right.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
He will be your Huckleberry.
And you'll laugh.
You will laugh.
Yep. Because my ball goes from there to there to there and over there, and it's been known to even go down the alley next to me.
That's why that pin slid over. You threw the ball
I
on
did.
my lane.
You did
That's
see
what-
my ball going down. Yeah.
You walked right up there beside me all the way through
I
the
know.
shot.
I know. I know. I was trying to learn from the professional and walk step by step by step with you.
Yeah, but you only messed up. Your left foot slid, and then all of a sudden this right foot steps beside
Yeah, how
it.
come that happens?
You're out of time.
You're right. And folks, he said it. Remember, come to Stryker's Bowling Entertainment Center located at 605. No, what is it?
206.
207.
West
I
Bypass.
had some of the numbers in there. I had 2 numbers in there.
Yeah, 6 and 0.
Yeah,
206 West Bypass.
206. You know where the bowling alley is.
That's right.
Right here in
222-3331.
Give him a call, and he will have. And you are teaching, and you are doing bowling balls and all that stuff. Pro shop. We didn't even talk about that.
Right, and birthday parties.
And birthday parties.
Great packages.
Great packages. Go on over there and see him. That's Strikers Bowling Center or Entertainment Center. Go online, grab the free coupons, clip them out for as many as people you want to go. Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, go bowling. Great time. Great time.
Right.
Don, thank you for coming to our community and making it a better place for our children and adults as
My
well.
pleasure. Most definitely.
God bless you.
Yes, sir. You too.
Ouch. That finger still hurts from the ball last night.
You're doing something wrong.
We got to talk about that. That one hurts right there. Anyway,
Keep it real.
keep God in it. Boy, everybody else but Eddie's got this all figured out. We're still on, right? God bless y'all. We love you. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on WKNI TV 25.